Hi, my name is Miss Andrea. I'm one of the naturalists here at Heckrodt Wetland Reserve. Today I'm going to read a book called A Day in the Forest Wetland by Kurtz. So let's get started. Life in a forest wetland goes on all day and night. Some species are active in darkness while others are active at light. It's sunrise in the wetland. A woodpecker flies from a tree. She just brought her children breakfast. They stop, feeling hungry. Look, a wood duck flies at them, but before their hole is possessed, the dad chases out the invader who else wanted to steal their nest. We have pileated woodpeckers here at Heckrodt. And wood ducks too. It's morning in the wetlands. A green darner, which is a dragonfly, hunts as it flies. It can see in front and behind with its compound eyes. It spots a nearby mosquito maneuvering around with great flair. It quickly hones in on the target and catches its prey in the air. See, there's a dragonfly with a mosquito. We love that dragonflies eat mosquitoes. It's high noon in the wetland. A turtle in ambush pose is buried in the wetland mud up to its eyes in its nose. A snapper can't breathe underwater, but it has a snorkel to use. It stretches its neck toward the surface while its body lies in the ooze. So here's its snorkel, is this little nose. It's afternoon in the wetland. A caddisfly builds a case to protect its larva baby from predators in its place. It uses a silk to fasten pieces of rocks and plants. It then can live underwater while wearing its armored pants. So this is a caddisfly larva. We have those at Heckrodt as well. This is a great book. It's sundown in the wetlands. The forest is filled with sound. Follow it towards the water and take a look on the ground. Camouflaged in litter leaf, a chorus of frog awaits, sounding like bells that jingle. Spring peepers are calling for its mate. Can you guys see some frogs in the camouflage? The stars are over the wetland. Brown bats zig and then zag. They're eating their fill of insects and head back to their roost in a snag. They find their way by listening to sounds that other bats make. These noises also will make sure they don't collide by mistake. We have lots of bats here at Heckrodt as well. It's midnight in the wetland. Kittens have just woke. They're waiting for their mother secured in a hollow oak. The bobcat approaches. She knows what her young ones need. Her hunt was quite successful. Now it's her children's turn to feed. I love bobcats. I wish we had them here, but we don't have them at Heckrodt. We just don't have enough territory for them. Ooh, this one's fun. It is now after midnight. A beetle lands from its flight. It sticks its head underwater and hunts using just the starlight. A tadpole swims beneath it. The beetle grabs some air, then dives to catch a tadpole within its mandible snare. So you can see where its mandibles are, and there's a tadpole. It's late night in the wetland. A squirrel kicks from the bark. Instead of falling downward, it glides from trees in the dark. It lands on a trunk near the swamp bank and quickly scurries from view. It's hungry for nuts, mushrooms, but it must avoid predators too. Do you know what kind of squirrel this is? This is called a flying squirrel. They're nocturnal. Ooh, look at that spider. Before dawn in the wetlands, on a water as black as ink, a spider sits on the surface, and yet it doesn't sink. The spider feels a ripple, and it begins to run quickly across the surface until its prey is won. Look at the size of that spider. It's gonna eat the fish. Ooh, this is my favorite page. We have these at Heckrodt. It's sunrise in the wetlands. An owl flies to the ground. Through its wings are flapping, but they don't make a sound. The barred owl wades in the water and looks for prey to eat. It spots a tasty crayfish and grabs it with its feet. You can see where it's grabbing its prey. So we have barred owls here at Heckrodt, and they say that who cooks for you, who cooks for y'all call. The sun is back on in the wetlands. Propped up by its tail, a beaver gnaws a tree down with teeth that never fail. Its den creates this habitat where other species feed and uses this forest wetland to provide everything it needs. We currently do not have any active beaver here. We do have the deer and the ducks. The end. So that was the book, A Day in the Forest and Wetland. It's one of my favorites. Thank you for listening to my story today. I'd like to now invite you guys to come visit Heckrodt. We have 3 miles of boardwalk trail that allows you to see wildlife more close. We have a wonderful assortment of wildlife. We have deer, ducks, great blue herons, a lot of songbirds, and our fawns were just born this week. So it's going to be a really fabulous summer. We do have a wild space, which is our playscape area. It has a zip line, a log slide, tunnels to go through, and some adventure bridge, and the mud kitchen, which is really popular. Please remember our rules here at Heckrodt. We ask that you stay on the trail when you're here and leave no trace. So pick up the trash that you bring in and leave the place better than you came. It helps protect our wildlife and keeps all our visitors safe. We do have an indoor facility for you to visit as well. It is the Nature Center. We are open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, and Saturday, 11 to 4. We have a fun gallery with live animals. We also have a discovery lab inside the Nature Center. It has some science experiments, so you can look in a microscope, feel things on a touch table, and there's also a fun light table in there. We also have a discovery den that has books and puzzles and toys for you to play with, and a large reading tree. Please come to visit us here at Heckrodt. We are so excited to see new people and come in and say hi, Miss Andrea, and we hope to see you on the trails.